What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. And we got an update. This is not another positive one, even coming off the high of yesterday's game against the Miami Heat. The Bulls now have officially listed Zach LaVine as out against the Washington Wizards. That eliminates any doubt, any questions. In today's earlier video, I did speculate that maybe Zach LaVine does play against that game against the Wizards. They are really holding Zach LaVine out into the first home game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, while I know this is going to send a lot of Bulls fans into just even more questions, wondering how serious is what's going on with Zach LaVine. Everything that we've heard, even in Zach LaVine's conversations and everything, is that it doesn't seem like it's really just load management. They are just taking a approach with Zach LaVine to not put too much on him too early, considering that the Bulls have 4 sets of back-to-backs in the first month of the season, and then actually the first 3 weeks of the season, and then we don't have any more back-to-backs until almost the end of December. So they are really trying and doing that load management up front. Do I agree with it? No. Do I understand it? Kind of, sort of, right? Now, the Bulls did look really good last night against the Miami Heat. They probably trust their ability to come in and play well against the Washington Wizards as well. But I'll tell you what, every time that Zach LaVine misses a game with this load management, it's going to send questions all throughout Bulls Nation. It just is. And if by some chance that Zach LaVine does sit out against the Cleveland Cavaliers as well on Saturday, you better watch out, because Bulls Nation may damn near riot at that point and really will send them into a tizzy. So we'll see as this continues to go on. We'll continue to monitor it, but at least now we know we can eliminate the questions. We already know Zach LaVine is not playing against the Washington Wizards at all. We will not see Zach LaVine officially, as of right now, into the third game of the season against the Cleveland Cavaliers at home, which is our home opener. But it's really, really strange. Don't get me wrong. It's really strange. And I know everybody now has their think pieces on, oh, this is Zach. Oh, the $200 million man. Oh, he only didn't win with that money. Y'all got to stop with this, right? Y'all got to stop with it. At the end of the day, listen, they are being protective of their $200 million investment. And so, and with that being said, like, the idea and concept that people are like, well, Zach just held out so he can get his money. What did it benefit of him holding? He would have signed day one. Let's start with the think pieces that, and the legitimate concern is valid at this point. We'll see how it continues to go over the course of the Bulls season. But as of right now, right, by everything we said, and if Zach LaVine comes out and looks healthy against the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's going to eliminate all questions. But if he comes out, still looks shakier, God forbid, like I said, that he does miss that game, Saturday's game as well, it's going to get ugly around here quick. As far as Zach LaVine's load management this season, me and Pat over in Locked On Bulls have already said Zach LaVine is going to miss about 15 games in just load management over the course of the season. It's going to happen. You might as well get ready for it. It's going to happen. They're going to make sure that he is as healthy and ready to go by the playoffs as quick as possible. And while a lot of Bulls fans had doubts about the way that we would be able to compete against the Miami Heat without Zach LaVine, saying that, hey, it's going to be an L for sure and things like that, the Bulls came out and showed the heart and determination of this team. Now, hopefully that continues while Zach misses the next game against the Washington Wizards as well. Don't count us out quite yet. Don't do what the national media is doing into our own team. Don't count us out. We're going to see how this goes. But Zach LaVine's health, if once he does make the court, he looks better and he stays healthy for a long point in time, I think fans will eventually understand if he rests on the second or first days of back-to-backs, considering how many games we're playing that week. But at the end of the day, right, the Bulls are now being a little bit more transparent as well. We didn't know Zach was officially going to be out until the day of the game yesterday, so at least they're giving us that notice well ahead of time to just let us know Zach is not going to be there. This team is going to have to continue to prepare. We're going to have the next man up mentality. We're going to have to continue to see people step up in roles and just this team play great overall team basketball. As long as we do those things, we're going to have a chance to be in any game. Yes, it's been one game so far. I like a lot of what we did in that first game just to show the style of play from this team, that identity that we heard Billy Donovan and this team wanted to establish in training camp. We're starting to see that. The identity is going to come to full fruition over the course of probably the first 2 weeks of the season. But as we continue to see that grow, man, let's keep faith in our team. Yes, it sucks with Zach. It sucks. Like I said before, do I agree with it? No. Would I like to see Zach play 12 minutes, if nothing else, than none? Abso-freaking-lutely. But at the end of the day, they are trying to manage that injury. Well, not an injury. It's not really an injury. They are just doing load management. They're trying to just prepare his knee and his body for the NBA season. Billy Donovan's come out and said that they had 5 really hard days at practice, what contributed to him sitting out that game against the Miami Heat. It's going to continue on to the game against the Wizards. And like I said, even though I make fun of the people who like have the sky is falling mentality, right? There are some legitimate concerns and reasons to be concerned in this. Like if you ramped up a hard practice in just 5 days of practice and it made you miss 2 games now, what about the day we're playing 3 games in 5 nights or 3 games in 4 nights, stuff like that? Like when it gets to that point, there is some legitimate concern on how this is going to be managed over the course of an 82 game season. But as of right now, let's wait off and thinking that this is something more serious than what it is, in the sense that maybe Zach just isn't completely ready to go. Let's take their word for it for now, right? And then as new information comes out, as new things happen, we'll continue to monitor it because it could get ugly. But hopefully right now, I'm trying to preach the patience and show that myself, because listen, I would be lying if I didn't say that I didn't have some major concerns about this. So Bulls Nation, I understand it. But at the end of the day, we're going to lock in. We got the team that we have. This team showed a lot of heart in that first game. We're going to continue to see that against the Washington Wizards. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also follow us on every social media platform at Bull Central Pod. You can also send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and or voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.